Yo, what's up, Sloppy Stu? He's just back again. I was gonna post this video yesterday when I got Domino again, but she was locked up in war, so I couldn't do any testing. But here's part of it from yesterday. So I ended up placing, I think, 54th overall. So I mean, that was, I don't plan on ever doing 2 arena grinds in a row there. That was too much to handle. And then I even did, you can see there, the Deadpool one. That one, if you guys have the tickets, I mean, it's only 750,000 and you get a ton of rewards. Yeah, so I got 54th there. Got the dupe on her, got those 6-star shards. So I have a bunch of mutant 6-stones I'm going to pump into her. I thought about waiting until I rank 4 after seasons, but I don't know. I mean, you put this much work into someone, I mean, you just got to basically, like when I got Iron Man Infinity War there, like that huge grind. If you get them, I'm just gonna rank them up anyways. Like, you don't put in all that work just to like let them sit there, unless you're just one of these top tier guys, I guess. But anyway, so taking a look at her, dump some sig stones into her now. So my whole goal was to get the awakening. See, I got 82 there, and I just wanted to pump them in. I don't have a good mutant champ, and I had the opportunity to awaken her there, despite it just being straight hell. But really, so when you dupe her there, she does the critical failure debuff on them. And it's not a crazy amount of damage, but it seems like it happens all the time. And I don't really understand how it's happening most of the time. It just seems like they just all of a sudden get it on them. And right now it's at 242. I was testing out a little bit there to see how much it scales. So we go up another 20 there to 50. And it looks like it goes up about like 60 there, so it's not a tremendous amount of damage. And then from this point, I'm like, let's just take her to 100. So I take her to 100 here, and it goes up. I mean, it's not a crazy amount of damage, but I mean, it does happen a lot. So like 484 there, I mean, that's pretty good over 1.5 seconds, so that's just additional damage that seems to always be popping up on them. So I'll run some tests here. I wanted to test her on Red Hulk in Labyrinth of Legends, but I think she really needs to be rank 4 for it to like really survive with that timer there. Because here he hits his rage timer and then pretty much just obliterates me. But overall, I mean, this is a pretty good fight. It is kind of annoying though. Like, it's almost like Iron Man Infinity War when you're trying to keep those plasmas up. It's really hard to keep her bleed going the whole time to get that special 3 or special 2. And then go straight into a special 1, especially if you're fighting a champion that has like a ton of hit power and everything, a ton of health, because you have to kind of bait out their specials, and by the time you usually get them to bait out a special, then that 10 seconds is gone, that plasma's gone, your bleed's gone. But if you could somehow keep it up, I think at one point in the Winter Soldier fight here, I had a bleed for going for almost like 9,000. So if you could somehow keep that up, it's almost impossible though, because there's always going to be a time they're not going to bait their special immediately, and you're just not going to be able to get the power you need for a special 1 within 10 seconds, and having them bait a special. So not, and I have deep wounds maxed up too, so it's not crazy reliable, but her damage is still out of control. You can't really base. I don't think it's the best to base. Like, these are the tests that everyone does, but I don't think that you can necessarily like base an awesome character just off Red Hulk and Labyrinth of Legends or off Winter Soldier, even though those are the 2 tests I do because that's what everyone wants to see. But you just have to find a character that works well in certain situations. Like, mainly the focus now is Alliance War. Alliance War, I mean, I gotta say that Blade and Stark Spider-Man are obviously the best. I think that I might roll with her if I take her off defense. She's actually been getting a lot of kills on defense lately. She's kind of been catching people off guard, but I don't think that will last very long. Maybe I'm curious to see how she does in Alliance War defense now that she's duped and I got her up to a Sig 100. So maybe that critical damage there, the debuff, will kind of hurt some people. But I would like to roll with Blade, Stark, Spider-Man, and probably her, and maybe take down a boss that you can bleed, and I think that could do some crazy damage. But pretty much everyone, it seems like they either have Medusa, I mean, obviously she can bleed, but pretty much it's Medusa, Dormammu, or Morningstar as the bosses lately. So, I mean, she'd be good on one of those, I guess. But, maybe like maybe with her lucky and unlucky, she might do some good stuff. Like I tested with her a couple times, and like she negated the bleeds off of Blade there. But she's pretty good. I don't know if it's in this fight or one of my previous ones, but when she had Lucky up, she evaded like 3 or 4 attacks in a row, which is kind of annoying sometimes, but it is kind of fun, but half the time it ends up killing you. But I mean, this run's going pretty good. I haven't really done Labyrinth of Legends in a while, ever since I beat it forever ago. But I think really the thing for her is that I need her to get to rank 4 to like give her a really good test, because then Rage Timer just takes over, and then his power just starts skyrocketing to max, and I missed the special 2 coming up here. But I did get one really good bleed on in there, and I mean, it's pretty good, but she's not really designed to be like, it's kind of like Proxima Midnight. People are like, oh, her damage is out of control, she's going to be awesome for Labyrinth of Legends, but I still think the go-to is Star-Lord. I mean, I got 175, 74 hit combo here, and that's when you're Star-Lord, and he'd obviously be rank 4, so then Rage isn't going up, but just starts beating the crap out of him right here. I don't think you can really see that. He enrages there. So I can't remember if it's based off attack. I mean, that's kind of a crappy team I had there, not an attack team, but I'm thinking that she's kind of scaling to like a max rank 4-star, where then Rage just kind of goes faster. So if I can get her to rank 4 after season, so like 11 days, hopefully I can get enough tier 2 alpha. I might be one short, so we'll see if I can do that. I might have to start kind of maybe pick up an offer, do something. I'll be pretty close to having 4 of them, but the alliance I'm in right now doesn't do map 6 anymore. They're just focusing on war at the end of it, but I don't know, maybe I can get lucky, get a few tier 2 alpha stars, rank 4. I mean, just put a lot of work into getting her. It's pretty fun. Other than like the bleed damage and stuff, I was even testing a few times. Like sometimes her special 2 is better than going for the special 3. Nothing's worse than going for her special 3 and you don't get a bleed. I mean, it's got a 74% chance, it says, but there's so many times where I do the special 3 and I don't get a bleed, and that's just super frustrating because it doesn't do a tremendous amount of damage either. But I was kind of testing like doing special 2s and then going into special 1s, but I don't know, it seemed like, at least on Red Hulk, her special 2 was giving him a crap ton of power, and I couldn't maintain that because every time I used a special 2, he'd gain like, it seemed like almost a bar and a half, and then his special 2 is kind of annoying to evade. But the other thing, I forgot to mention with her is that her perfect block gives her power, and then she has the increase to do a perfect block if she's been lucky and stuff. So when I do try to fight with her, I do try to do block a little more. See, like right there. But then that's also some of the new fighting strategy I've been kind of using lately, is that you hold block and you have to take some block damage, but you can force them into using a heavy, and usually those are really, really easy to evade. So I've been doing that a lot in Alliance War, kind of a tip for anyone that doesn't really incorporate that. You hold block kind of like that, and then you can even evade too, just like the random attacks, because they could bait out a special with that too. But if you keep holding, like right there's a perfect example. You hold the block, he'll get a couple hits, and then they'll do a heavy, and the heavies are really easy to evade. So that's a good way, especially on stun immune. That's what I do on stun immune. But if you get a perfect block with her, she gains power. So I've been trying to do that here and there. But overall, I mean, she's just a good damage champion. She's kind of got a little bit of a wild card aspect to her with the luck and stuff, but she's really fun to play. I can't wait to rank 4. Hopefully I get some better, I'll get some good tests when I rank 4. I'm really excited to see how she does in Alliance War defense there. But yeah, video's about to come to an end, guys. Keep liking and subscribing. Check out my boy Little Joe's channel. The guy's hilarious. He's helped me a lot. He actually calls her abdominal. If you guys haven't seen his video about her, it's actually really funny. So go ahead and swing over to his channel. I think I got it still his link in my on my channel. I'll put it up there. But check out him. Keep looking forward to some more videos. I forgot to record all my Alliance War attacks, but I mean, I did Path 2 again this last war against Awakened. Those guys have like every rank 4 200, but we ended up losing. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching.